The Chargers dodge a massive bullet against the Atlanta Falcons. Offense kind of played horribly, wasn't able to generate points, but defense comes up clutch. We're here to talk about it here on Chargers Syndicate. Charger fans, bolt up. What is going on? It is I, Jake Silva, here on Chargers Syndicate, giving you everything LA Chargers news and so much more. If it is your first time ever on this channel, I encourage all of you guys to like, subscribe, hit the bell button, keep you up to date on future and past videos here on Chargers Syndicate. Also, shout out to our sponsor, Green Gridiron. If you guys want a chance to get customizable helmets, either life size or customizable mini helmets, as you can see right back from here, we got our customizable mini helmets. You can get yours as well under greengridiron.com. That is the website to go to. Also, link is up and in the description. Make sure before checkout, if you guys have a helmet of your choices, of your favorite customization of your favorite teams, or whatever you like to customize, use the promo code LACSYN. That's LACSYN. LACSYN is the promo code to give you the best discount for your customizable helmet today on greengridiron.com. And also catch me on Roundtable Sports at Roundtable Sports, AFC West Roundtable, every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, here on Roundtable Sports. Appreciate everybody for coming up in here for this video. So the only way to really kind of break this down for the LA Chargers, the offense played horribly. And it was not exactly the kind of offense that the Charger fans were expecting at all. I mean, right now, the Chargers are decimated with injuries, especially to the run game, without J.K. Dobbins now on the IR. But the Chargers were able to leg out a win nonetheless. So the Chargers beat the Atlanta Falcons on the road 17-13 after they came off of a loss against the Baltimore Ravens. Now, the Chargers, of course, they're hanging on by a thread. And right now, they are doing any and everything that they possibly can to come away with big-time wins, and especially getting them geared up for potentially next week's matchup against the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday night in Arrowhead. But this was not a fun one for the LA Chargers, where offensively they couldn't get anything going. Offense, Justin Herbert was 16-23, 147 passing yards, but no touchdowns or a pick, and had a rating of 86. This is where you could see how decimated they are with their playmakers. Justin Herbert can't seem to get anybody open, other than the fact that him and Ladd McConkey have been like this since he has been in the league as a rookie. Ladd McConkey, 9 catches, 117 receiving yards, but yet no touchdowns. And Ladd McConkey's already showing why he was such a steal in the second round for the Chargers out of Georgia. But the run game looked absolutely abysmal. Gus Edwards, 6 carries, 32 yards. Kamani Vidal, 4 carries, 20 yards. The entirety of the run game had 17 carries, but only generated 56 yards. The run game was held up. It's clear the Chargers were missing J.K. Dobbins in the middle of this with that speed and with that power, and with him on the IR. This is going to be a long last back half amount of games that the Chargers know that they have to play. However, the positive notes is that the Chargers defensively really did come away with what they could on defense. Only just getting to the quarterback once with a sack from Taylor Tart was the only sack that they had. But altogether, 86 total tackles with 43 solos, a sack, and 5 tackles for losses, but also 10 passes defended and 4 quarterback hits, including at least one of those being a turnover on downs. So the Chargers defensively, Jesse Minter, even with the amount of the energy that the defense had from the last couple of weeks, coming off of a Monday Night Football game against the Baltimore Ravens and then going into the Atlanta Falcons game, the Chargers, I mean, there were question marks written all over it, but they stayed strong and they got the job done. And if it wasn't for the way that the defense had played up in clutch situations like they did, that was what was the difference maker for the Chargers. Tarheeb, still the rookie out of Maryland, the 5th rounder, 2 interceptions, including one that was a pick 6 that took it all the way to the house and gave the Chargers life for accounting for them getting their only touchdown in the game. Then Marcus May, who just got on with the Chargers roster, who was claimed off of waivers from the Miami Dolphins, ends up coming up with a big-time pick at the back of the end zone to getting a turnover and getting the Chargers back on the field on offense. Marcus May already making a mark since he just got here with the Chargers. And then finally, as Kirk Cousins and company were looking to try to end up marching up downfield, Derwin James sealed the deal with an interception that was huge for the Chargers to seal up the deal. But also Cameron Dicker, three for 3 on field goals, getting the 9 points and the important points that the Chargers knew that they needed. Now, the Atlanta Falcons, of course, Kirk Cousins with 4 interceptions, no touchdowns. The defense did any and everything that they possibly could to get themselves a win in close fashion as it did. Now, the Chargers only got held up, not a ton of first downs, 10 first downs that this team was able to get under the 46 total plays. The offense was held up to 187 total yards, which is one of the games they really need to clean up, and they need to clean it up fast. 131 passing yards on the passing game, 56 on the ground, 0 for 2 in the red zone, 7 penalties for 33 yards. This was not a pretty game for the Chargers. And in fact, they got outplayed by time of possession, something that Jim Harbaugh and company really wants to clean up. However, with the defense not giving up and getting at least the clutch stops and the 3 and outs and the interceptions, that was what was the Achilles heel for the Chargers to come away with a win against the Atlanta Falcons. Now the Chargers are 3-0 against NFC South opponents, which they have yet to play their last NFC South opponent, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, this season. But this right here is a pivotal moment to where the Chargers really need to clean up everything up on offense. Ladd McConkey, of course, was shaken up with an injury, and he's questionable right now for the game against Kansas City. And this is where the Chargers really need to get everybody lined up, especially when they play a division rival, the Kansas City Chiefs, for the second time on Sunday night in Arrowhead. But at least the Chargers can walk away with the win. Not as pretty as they would have wanted it to be, but at least it was an important one to keep them up into the win column at 8-4, second in the AFC West, as the fight continues to roll on, and it has not been an easy one. Chargers get a win. Hopefully now the Chargers can end up resting up and be ready for Sunday Night Football against the Kansas City Chiefs. Appreciate everybody for checking out this video here. Like, subscribe, hit the bell button, keep you up to date on future and past videos here on Chargers Syndicate. Jake Silva signing off. Have a wonderful day, and always remember to bolt up with all of us at Chargers Syndicate.